everyone, this is Rabbitearsblog, and welcome to my TV episode review series. So today's TV episode I'll be reviewing today is the Orville episode, Idolatry. And before I get into this episode, I would like to remind everyone that new videos will be posted up every Sunday. It could be Sunday morning, Sunday night, excuse me, or Sunday evening, depending on when I can get the videos posted up. And if you happen to see any videos posted up during the week, that must mean there was a bit of TV show or movie news released during the week that I wanted to cover. So those would be considered special videos. And also every Monday I would have the TV episode roundup series where I go over all the TV episodes I reviewed for the week, and I go for worst pick of the week to best pick of the week. And those will be posted up every Monday. So now let's get into this episode review of the Orville Idolatry. So what happens in this episode is that Ed and Kelly consider about getting back together, since they were like, oh, we may have been arguing with each other for the most of the season, but now maybe we could get back together again and just get back together again. And throughout this episode, there appears to be a planet that pops up every 11 days. And when Kelly goes on the planet to expect to see what's going on, she ends up helping this little girl out by healing her cut on her face. And after that happens, when the planet reappeared again after 11 days, the crew go back on the planet, and it turns out that what Kelly did, she ends up causing like some kind of cult on the planet by accident. Like the people started worshiping her just because she healed a little girl. And it also turns out that the planet even though the planet shows up every 11 days, like 700 years has passed during that planet. So during all this time, the people started worshiping Kelly and start doing all these barbaric rituals on the planet, like killing people who don't believe in Kelly. And Kelly's like, oh no, I can't let this go on anymore. I don't want people being killed under my name. And so the crew set up to try and go fix things after what Kelly has did. So what are my thoughts about this episode? I thought this episode was surprisingly intense. Especially with the relationship between Kelly and Ed. And we see throughout the season that, Ed and Kelly were like considering whether or not they should get back together again, especially after the episode revealed in the love episode that maybe Kelly did not really fall for the blue guy, and that the blue guy's powers accidentally made Kelly kiss him and stuff like that, and how he affected everybody on board with his powers basically. So now that they found that out, it's like you see Ed and Kelly getting closer back together again. And this episode actually explores, what would happen if Ed and Kelly do get back together again, and the possible consequences of them getting back together again. Would Ed's work ethics decrease? Would Kelly start doing things that she's not supposed to do because she's in love with Ed and stuff like that? So I like how this episode really explores the relationship between Ed and Kelly, and what their relationship would mean for the crew and for society they come across on. And then I was also interested in the subplot about how the planet usually disappears every 11 days, and then how all these cults started to come up just because Kelly helped this one little girl heal, and everybody mistakenly thought that Kelly actually did heal the girl with her hand when she was using a machine. And we see how the culture has evolved, and we see how some people are willing to kill under a cult, or after they believe in something. Like in this case, they're willing to kill other people in the name of Kelly, or use her name just to justify what they did and all the killings they do. So I like how this episode really tackles the issues that's going on with real life cults, and to some degree religion in this episode. So I like how that was all tackled. And this show continues to like really tackle the tough issues that go on in real life. Like I mentioned before, in this episode, it tackles the cult, how cults go, or it tackles about the issues surrounding about religion in some kind of way. So I think this was a pretty good episode for a season finale. Like, I would have thought that more things would have happened in this episode. That was the only bad part about this episode, is that I felt like not much really changed in this episode except Ed and Kelly's relationship with each other. And I was hoping, maybe one of the crew members died, or maybe I'm not trying to be cruel or anything, but I was hoping, something dramatic really happened that would change the course of the series in the second season. So not much really happened in this episode that would change everything about the possible second season. But I still think this is a pretty good season finale, even though I wish more happened, or maybe the stakes were raised up higher in this episode to really make it a good season finale. So overall, I gave this episode 4.5 stars. Again, I felt like they could have done more with this episode. Like they could have had bigger stakes for the crew members. Like maybe one of them died or something like that to make the stakes higher for a season finale. But I do like the fact that they explore Ed and Kelly's relationship with each other and how they take on the issues about cults in real life in general. So that's my review on the Orville episode, Mad Idolatry. And have you seen this episode? Did you like the episode? Did you hate the episode? Please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter so I can keep you updated any new videos I post up. And also, like my Facebook page, Rabbitearsblog's Best Comments. And also, I will be having a live Q&A show this Saturday at 9 p.m. So if you want to tune in this Saturday at 9 p.m. to ask me some questions that deal with movies, TV shows, comic books, whichever, please feel free to tune in at 9 p.m. this Saturday and ask me any kind of questions you want. Well, that's my review on the Orville, and I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabbitearsblog, and I'll see you later.